Welcome to our podcast, It's About Payroll. We're your hosts, Brian Escobar and Walter William Duncan III. Whether you're new to the payroll game or a seasoned veteran, we have something for you. People who have a problem for every solution.
Yes.
And then another thing we feel is being disappointed when we can't get it can be particularly strong if we had high hopes or like a favorite brand. If it's a brand that usually good and it's your favorite, oh my God, I love my brand. I love it. And you call for customer service and maybe you just caught a bad moment and you caught a bad day. Welcome back, folks. This is an episode of Safe Talk, episode 13, and we're talking about customer service today. We're going to have some safe conversation. And of course, before we get into it, how you doing today, sir?
I am good, sir. I am a little sad today. My fish got made into sushi yesterday, cold sushi yesterday.
Tuna fish.
So, tuna fish. And hey, it was a decent year. At least we went to the tournament. Hey, we were in it.
Yes.
We had a chance.
No, they had a good run, man. They had a good run. And I, as a Floridian now, I hope that they can tweak it to get better because I would love to have a local team doing good and root for the Dolphins and whatnot. You know what's funny? I was watching some of the game and one of the Dolphin fans looked like they literally flew there. Bro, they were so wrapped up in blankets and I was like, oh, they must be like an actual Floridian that went to the game.
Yeah, you're talking about -14, -20, -30.
That it felt like -27, they said. It felt like -27. Dude, that's some cold. Like
today here, it feels like -2, it says.
Ooh, that I've dealt with. I've dealt with up to negative something.
-10 was like the lowest I've ever been.
Alaska
was like lower.
Ooh,
actually.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Wait, where'd you go to Alaska for the military or just
FEMA? I work for FEMA.
Wow, when you work for FEMA. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang, they sent you to Alaska?
Yeah, bro. Man, I
thought I had to talk about your FEMA days one. Cause
I thought my feet were gonna freeze off.
Oh my gosh.
It was that cold.
When we talk about negative temperatures, I only think about this moment because I'm about to be in Florida now 8 years. And I came in January and then the rest of my family came down in July.
Yeah.
And I remember being on the phone with my wife at the beach and it was like 70-something degrees in February, whatever.
So you're having a good time.
I wasn't cold. It was just me. I was by myself. Yeah. But I'm on the bus, babe. It's -4. Wow. I was like, what? Oh, I'm so sorry. Ooh. I like wanted to get off the phone so I didn't have to tell her where I was and what's going on.
Sucks for you, babe.
Yeah. She got to take the bus. And she was in nursing school at the time. So it was just like, So anywho, we're talking about customer service today, folks. And Walt is going to share like these bad examples of customer service and what we need to do what the people can do to fix it. And then, gosh, I forgot how I prepared. I'm going to talk about, and we're both going to talk about, we're going to talk about like, how does that make us feel? Like these bad examples. And then how does that make us feel? Take it away, Walt. What you got for us today?
This episode is presented by TimeTrack Go, the simply better employee time clock software that is going to make your life easier. In addition to the unique graphical employee time card that helps you quickly identify and fix mistakes, TimeTrack Go is excited to announce it's now compatible with QuickBooks Desktop, providing effortless data transfer and reduced errors. TimeTrack Go will not only save you time and money each week, but the easy-to-understand user interface and the ability to turn an ordinary tablet into an employee time clock will get you and your team up and going in just minutes. Find out what a simply better solution can do for your business. To learn more and sign up for your 14-day free trial, go to www.timetrackgo.com. That's TimeTrack go.com or call 888-321-9922. Let's go. All right, great, sir. I have 5 inappropriate behavior examples of customer service, right?
Yes.
Bad customer service. So number 1, communication breakdown.
Yep.
So the example of that is the payroll HR professional responds like
almost in a way that's nonchalant, treating the person as if they're not important. You basically are like downplaying the
Oh,
person's
okay.
inquiry,
You
right?
discount it. No, that's nothing. Don't worry
Discounted.
about it.
Hey, oh, so this person brings something to your attention and about a paycheck discrepancy, and you're lacking patience and understanding with them. You're just like, oh, whatever. It's like speaking matter of factly. Okay, thanks, bye, boom.
Oh,
Like
wow.
like being short with somebody.
Ah,
So
yes.
it
Abrupt.
yes. So
Got
when
it.
it comes to communication, you want to definitely take advantage of customer service training specifically for your payroll HR staff, emphasizing the effectiveness of communication and the importance of maintaining a positive and helpful tone. So like they
Yes.
say, smile,
On the phone. Yeah, exactly.
people can feel that. And then offer resources such as communication templates or guide
Yeah.
interactions, right? That's why some of those people that when you call a service and they read off of something that's prompted, like,
Yeah,
well,
we
see,
have a script.
yeah, they have a script, but
Yeah.
if you can develop it to the point where it doesn't sound so rehearsed, and that will make the people feel, that could be a way to de-escalate, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying, that
Yeah.
situation. So number two is inefficient issue resolution, meaning that payroll professionals dismiss a complaint about a tax error or a pay error and fail to recognize the impact on the employee and make that employee feel undervalued. I've seen that. I've worked for people where they've been on the phone. There's nothing we can do about it. You're just gonna have to wait.
That it
It's
is what
like,
it is. Like
that's what
you'll
it
get it. You'll
is.
get it next week,
Yeah,
next
sorry.
paycheck.
Hey, and then I remember someone telling the employee, like, if you had done what
Oh
you were
my
supposed to
God.
do,
Uh-uh.
this wouldn't be a problem.
Uh-uh. No, you're not
So
talking to me like that.
So in this
Mm-mm.
situation, you want to implement a customer focused mindset within the payroll HR team, right? You want to train your staff to actively listen,
Mm-hmm.
right? That means you're really taking action to listen to what the person is saying, and so you can hear their concerns, and you want to demonstrate empathy, right? Say, put yourself in their shoes.
Yep.
Hey, how would I feel if this was me? If someone messed up my check? And provide regular updates
Word.
on the resolution process. So if you're in payroll HR and you have to do research, keep that communication going. Hey, I know I said just following up, circling back to let you know I am still working
Yes.
on this. Just give us some time. We'll get back with you soon. So that will make them feel like, okay, hey, they haven't forgotten about me. Because how
Yep.
many times have we seen it, you and I, in our careers, where someone says, oh, I'll get back to you, and it just gets lost in the shuffle of everything. And then next thing you know, this person's calling again. Hey, it's been 2 weeks. What's up?
Yeah.
You know? So we,
Yep.
we really want to emphasize the importance of promptly addressing financial concerns.
Yep.
Number three, lack of accessibility. So payroll professionals who blame employees for confusion regarding a new payroll software, overlooking the system's complexity and not offering sufficient guidance. I've
Mm.
seen what people in payroll, you should just follow these instructions. And that's it. You send an email like, oh, this is what you do. Hey, I sent you the instructions. I don't know what to tell you. If you almost like just dismissing them,
Dismiss
right?
it. Yeah.
Come on, like, and
Kind
then
of
like,
following a theme. Like this is bad customer service. Yeah.
yeah. And so I've seen where I've even, unfortunately, I've worked for some people that they would pick up the phone and just hang it up.
What?
Yes, boop, bop, I'm busy. Bop, bop, or they would ignore it, or they had one of the office phones on
Ignore
their
button.
desk. They
Yeah.
had one of the, and you could turn the volume
Volume
down.
down.
They
Oh
would turn
yeah.
the
You could
volume
turn
all
it
the way
off. Yeah.
down.
Yep.
Yeah, they would turn it all the way down, and so their phone would just be ringing. They'd be like, and
I
so
don't
that's
know.
that lack of accessibility, right? This person's trying to get an
Oh,
answer to their stuff,
yes.
and it's just
Yes.
like,
You don't
and you're,
respond quick enough.
yeah, and
Yes.
you're not making yourself available to these people. That can go a long way, and not only impact the employee directly, you may impact the company as a result, because
Absolutely.
that may cause that employee to leave.
I
So,
can't get help with my paycheck. Are you
yep.
kidding me?
I'll never forget. I'm not gonna say the name of
No.
the
Yep.
payroll
Don't do it.
provider, but I know I called one day and they sent the package to they sent the payroll checks to a
The
wrong
wrong place.
address. Yes, I called their help center, their help desk, and the person on the phone told me it's your fault.
What?
Huh? How is it my fault? You're the one who mailed it out. That's not on us. She gave me a real bad attitude, and
Oh
I
my
had to immediately
gosh.
escalate it and blame
Heck
me.
yeah.
So think about that. You as a payroll professional should never blame, even if the employee made a mistake. You don't want you can call it out, but you have to do it in a delicate way. Hey, the reason that you were underpaid was because of this, or because you forgot to
Mhm.
punch out or punch in.
Yeah.
You don't want to come out, oh, you messed up, so you're
Yep.
gonna have to wait. Don't come at them like that. You want to promote a culture of support. You want to encourage staff to be extremely patient and helpful when guiding employees through their paychecks, their payroll systems, and you want to regularly assess the usability of payroll tools, right?
Yeah.
And you want to gather feedback and make necessary improvements. So you want to get, we were talking about customer
Surveys. Yeah.
experience, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Like customer experience, employee experience fall in the same line
Yep.
because you can look at the employees that you serve as your customers.
Hmm.
So you want to think about their experience and again, put yourself in their shoes.
Yep.
Another issue that can be faced is inadequate training for your payroll or HR
Yeah.
staff.
Absolutely.
So a payroll specialist confidently provides inaccurate information about overtime calculations, and that can undermine the employee's trust in the payroll process. When you give somebody the wrong answer and you're sure about yourself, oh yeah, this is how it is. And I've done that where I've gotten wrong information or I thought the wrong thing. And I've earlier in my career, and I've given someone an answer, and it was the wrong answer, and it immediately caused the people to look at me, give me the side eye. Okay,
Mhm.
does payroll know what they're doing?
Does he know what he's doing?
Does
He'll
it,
be a
you
boss
know what
real
I'm talking
quick.
about? Yeah, they gave me this answer. How many times have you and I called
Oh
help desk or service
gosh.
center,
Yeah.
got one answer,
Different answers. Yep.
and call back and get a different answer?
That was our
It's the
strategy
same
back in the
thing.
day. It was like, no, just keep calling back
Yep, until you get the right answer.
until you get the one. Get somebody who knows
Yeah.
what they're talking about.
So, but how does that make you feel having to
Yeah.
do that? We'll talk about that in a little bit
Yep.
with you, but you got something to think about. So you want to prioritize continuous training for your payroll pros and your HR
Absolutely.
pros, focusing on updates in tax regulations, payroll software,
Yep.
and/or best practices.
Yes.
You want to establish a system for staff to consult with experts when faced with complex payroll issues, meaning
Yeah.
that you want to create a work environment where we as managers are accessible to answer questions for our staff and provide them with the resources that they need so they can
Hmm.
give somebody else some accurate information. So we
Yep.
want to make sure that the accurate information is consistently provided.
Yep.
Go
If
ahead,
I
go ahead.
may, we want to provide a safe place to talk
Yes, sir.
for your
Yes, sir.
customers. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then the last thing is you want to avoid ignoring the employee feedback. What's the use of taking a customer or employee survey just to ignore what they say?
For real.
They don't like the way we do it. Oh, it is what
Oh
it is.
well.
This is the system we got. So
No,
sorry
yeah.
for you.
User experience, like you reported on the news pod, user
Yeah.
experience, customer experience is what we have to focus on as payroll professionals as well.
Yeah. So an example of this would be a payroll pro or HR pro dismissing those employee suggestions for improving the process without investigating their claims.
Yeah.
And what that can do is you can create a perception of you payroll and HR being indifferent.
Mhm.
We really don't care what you say. We just did this
Yep.
because we had to. So
Yep.
thanks anyway.
Gosh, yeah.
So
It's
you want
horrible.
to cultivate a proactive approach
Mhm.
to getting feedback within the payroll team. You want to encourage payroll professionals, HR professionals to actively seek and address employee concerns, valuing their input and refining the payroll process. And you want to regularly communicate improvements based on employee feedback to enhance transparency and build trust.
Yep.
Because we had a guest on the main show, Jeremy from
Buddy.
yeah, and he spoke to that, right? He spoke to about how like regularly communicating the improvements can enhance that transparency and build that trust, because
That's right.
building the trust with your customers and your employees that you serve goes a long way. Even if you do make a mistake, They're like, hey, they're human. These payroll pros, these HR pros are human, but I know that they're going to take care of me and fix this problem. And that is the type of environment that you want, because we're going to make mistakes. We're going to key in something wrong. We're going to misunderstand something and everything like that. It's how we respond to those things and respond to the customer's needs that will go a long way. So we want to definitely not ignore any feedback that the customers or the clients or employees give us. So that's it, man. I'm gonna pass it back to you.
Thank you, sir. And as we listen to all those bad examples of customer service, I'm sure we've all been there, right?
Mhm.
Just calling our vendor and just getting like the runarounds, and now it's just all that stuff, right? So how
Mhm.
does it make us feel? Right? How does that make us feel? And one
Yeah.
of the things, of course, is frustration. You know what I mean? The most immediate response stemming from inability to get what we need from the service. You just get
Mhm.
frustrated. Sometimes you just want to talk to a person. You don't want to go through the phone and press
Mhm.
this and do that and go online. Go online. Like now a lot of
Oh,
places just go online. Go to our website. Did you go to our website?
bro,
Did you go to our website? What?
bro. You know what I hate is when you sign up for these services
Mm,
and they give you a number, but you're not able to contact. You're not able to have a human
there's nobody
interaction.
there. Yeah.
It's like either chatbots or like an automated answering service or something
Yep.
like that. It's just, can I talk to a human customer
Yes.
service
Customer
representative?
service, please represent. Yes. You can't overcomplify things. Can't
Amplify.
complicate. Hey, I don't know. Over complicate things.
Hmm.
Because what happens? We get angry. That's another thing how we feel, particularly if the service is poor or disrespectful. That cat oof that I love. Again, I mentioned on all the shows now, I'm talking about the stick figure cartoons on
Yes, yes,
TikTok and
yes, yes,
IG with,
yes.
and they're highlighting
Yeah.
HR, and they're highlighting all these employee experiences and customer experiences, and one of them is customer service, where it's like,
Hmm.
oh no, we're not doing that today. You are rude, and then click, and it's showing that, customer service people have a limit also, right? It's a balancing act. You can't, more bees with honey. You can't go in there spit firing at the first person you talk to, because don't you want them to help
Yeah,
you? It's not
yeah,
their
bro.
fault. You gotta, but on the other side of it, you can't take that either. And
Exactly.
and that's the thing. We get angry. If we get disrespected, oh, we getting angry for sure. Word up, right? Most people.
So pissed off
Yep.
when they get, like when you
Yep.
have a bad customer service,
Oh.
you just,
Whew.
oh, it's like,
Yep. 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 And payroll, you don't want no bad customer service from payroll, because I heard horror stories. What did Jeremy just said it on the show? He said somebody, they were threatening to kill us on on the phone or something.
yeah.
And I've heard that too. I was at a staffing company, and the horror story there was like, yeah, somebody came through with a bat. They were downstairs with a bat, or they were at the thing with a bat. They were scaring the receptionist. Da, da, da. Like, what? Yeah, because you messing with people's money. You can't
Hmm.
mess with. We are payroll folks. We can't mess with people's money like that.
Yeah, you know how many times like the situation, I think, I don't know if it was this episode, but the situation where I said I had worked with
And
somebody and
hung
they
up.
were just hanging up
Uh
on
huh.
them.
Uh huh.
I ended up getting that person, and this person was like,
Oh.
I'm gonna come blow this up. I'm gonna come,
Oh man.
I'm gonna come," and I was like, I had to de-escalate the person, because
Yep.
the person started popping off. The payroll professional started popping off with them, going back and forth
Mm-mm.
with them. And I'm just
No.
like, that's not how you handle it. Don't
Uh-uh.
take it personal.
Yep.
You know, now I will say, the person that I did speak to, he did disrespect the payroll pro
But
by
yeah,
calling her out of her name.
still. Yeah.
But in that case, you need to transfer it to a manager
Yeah.
or
But hey, I'm gonna
whatever.
have to hang up now. Please call
Hmm.
back when you are respectful or something. Yeah, those irate. I thank God I haven't had to deal with an irate customer in a long time.
Yes,
Um,
so many.
and I give my little example real quick, because sometimes folks don't want solution. They just want to complain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I saw another video. Clearly, folks, we're on social media absorbing things, but I like to learn from my social media.
Yeah.
Um, this was a video, and it was like somebody at i- any event, she was getting offended about everything. And then it got to a point where she couldn't figure out what to be offended by. And the person next to her was like, you don't even know what to be offended by. You trying to figure out something to be offended by.
You just want to be mad.
Just want to be mad. And my point is, I was in a customer service situation. We were training on a new software. We went live on a new
Hmm.
software in a retail environment. and I was a trainer on site to support the actual retail salespeople, just in case anything went wrong with the software, we could jump in and help them through the sale from the technical
Yeah.
perspective. I'm not a salesperson, but from the technical part of it. And because the environment was a little different that day, it was a training day. This one customer was like, there's all these people in the stores, nobody's helping me. And I was like, ma'am, we're training. So a lot of the extra staff are actually the technical person, blah, blah, blah. But let me go ahead and get you somebody that can help. I was able to go get somebody. And she's like, oh, I don't need your help. I was like, what? She just said she needed help. So anywho, sometimes folks just don't want to be,
You just mad for
you're
the
just
sake of being
mad.
mad.
Yup. What do I say? People who have a problem for every solution.
Yes.
And then another thing we feel is being disappointed when we can't get it can be particularly strong if we had high hopes or like a favorite brand. If it's
Oh
somebody,
my
if it's a
gosh.
brand that usually good and it's your favorite, oh my God, I love my brand. Ah, I love it. Ah, and you call for customer service and maybe you just caught a bad moment and you caught a bad day was a
Imagine if, like, I've never had a bad experience at a Chick-fil-A, right?
okay.
Never. It's
I've heard
always been
people that,
good.
yeah, yeah, good for you.
But imagine somebody having poor
Yeah,
customer service from
yeah,
somebody at Chick-fil-A, but who are known for having great customer service.
yes.
And like, it'll make you be to the point, I'm never going there again.
Yeah,
Based
yeah,
off of this,
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
never buying from them again.
And you think about it, that's what makes sense about the stat that you share all the time about folks like at the second paycheck era, they're thinking about leaving the company, like a whole company, because your paycheck, like that's a lot of, I
Mhm.
don't know what to say, stress or responsibility on the payroll. That puts a lot of like responsibility on the payroll people, almost unfair, but I get what it is, right? Because you can't mess with people's money.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, it could give us stress. Dealing with complex issues takes up time. Issue is difficult or it takes a lot of time. That gives us stress, man. It stresses us. If you don't get your right money on payday, that's stressful. That's stressful.
And we all have pressures in life, right?
Yep.
We all have things like, if you're a single person and you just have to take care of yourself, you still have the stress of taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a family and other mouths to provide for, or someone, you're taking care of your parent or your sibling or whatever, like, everybody has life stress already, and getting more stress added to that from our payroll person or HR person, man, that can really be debilitating. I mean,
Yep.
I got enough going on in my personal life. I don't
I don't
need
need
this
you
crap. I
adding
don't
to
need
it.
this
Yeah.
crap, man. Come on.
Exactly. Yep. Yep. And perfectly segues into the last thing is helplessness. If there seems to be no way to get the problem solved, or if the situation concerns are not being addressed, it is helplessness. Like how could, oh my gosh, these are all the things we feel when we get bad customer service. And again, it just makes it really highlights that stat that about leaving the company after two paycheck errors, because
Yep.
these are all the feelings that folks go through. And it really just does put a big responsibility on us. I think about Adrian Resto again. Payroll is life. And Jeremy Mifsud now, he has that same sentiment where these folks, I want to find the right phrase for it. These folks have, they have, they, that it means so much more to them. And not it doesn't mean that, not that it doesn't mean that to me as well,
Hmm.
but it I don't know, I just see it in different ways, and they see it at a very personal intimate level.
Yeah.
There's an intimacy there that they have with payroll, that they know that the other side of this, the product of this, is just is really impacting someone's life, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
bro.
So
Yeah.
that's dope. That's dope. And that's a way to do it, man. And then, yeah, another one here, you added distrust. It leads to distrust for, you don't want to you don't want distrust from your customer. You want your customers to trust you, whatever you do,
Mhm.
because bad customer service can lead to a loss of trust in the company or the brand. And it can be hard to rebuild that, and giving up on the brand and the company. They're just, like you said earlier, it was just like, I'm done with them. I ain't going back to that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Like, I'm done with them. And the thing about it, it's not just from the payroll. You just don't get customer service from the payroll and HR department. You may get it from the ops department.
Yep.
You get customer service from all facets of the business.
Yeah, your
Right.
boss, your
Yep.
immediate boss. This is another, probably, it's a safe talk where we're talking
Mhm.
about management. Like for me, the way I approach being a manager or a leader is
Mhm.
just, I think that it's a kind of a full circle thing, right? Think about it like this, like when you first come in entry level, you're supporting a company, right? You're supporting your customers, you're supporting a team, you gotta deliver these whatever, right? And then,
Mhm.
hey, you grow and you're good and you grow, and then you get to a leadership role. But
Mhm.
okay, so my approach to that leadership role is that it went full circle at that point. Now you go back to the support part of it, but guess who you're supporting? Your team.
Mhm. Yes.
Your team.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's it. I approach my leadership as, what can I do to make your job easier? What can I do to help you grow, to help you get better, to further your goals? And there's a infograph and there's visuals out there. Some leaders are pulling and some leaders are pushing. And
Mhm.
I think that's what I prefer, to just be pushing and give my teammates whatever they need to be successful. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's not about me anymore. It's not about, oh, my vision, I want this and I want, no, what do you guys need? That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to make your job easier. That's it.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yep.
it. Yeah, if I can teach you some things along the way, awesome. That's great. Bonus, bonus. But that's the way I approach leadership, is just being good customer service to my teammates.
Servant leadership now.
Servant leadership. Yeah. Yeah, for
Yep.
sure.
Yep.
So that's it for me, man. That's how it breaks down. We got these bad examples of customer service and how that makes us feel. And it is tough, man. This stuff is tough.
Yeah. So
And now, a word from our sponsor, TimeTrack Go. To celebrate Small Business Month, TimeTrack Go is offering you a chance to experience the power of their time clock software completely free for the first month. The simply better employee time clock software that is going to make your life easier. TimeTrack Go already has a unique graphical employee time card, and that will help you quickly identify and fix the mistakes.
TimeTrack Go just announced the addition of automatic PTO accrual earnings, so you can say goodbye to those manual calculations. And TimeTrack Go integrates with your favorite payroll systems, including QuickBooks, Gusto, ADP Workforce Now, Paychecks, and more. Don't miss out. Take advantage of this special offer. Use the link in this post to start your 14-day trial in the month of May to qualify for your first month free. Let's go.
Let's go.
what are some key takeaways then for you from this? Don't be bad at customer service.
Yes. No, that's a good one. Key takeaways is, for payroll pros specifically, customer service is a big part of our job. And I didn't
Mhm.
always realize that being in a payroll. Something that I said earlier in one of the shows is that payroll and there's a stat out there that I learned this
Yeah.
past year, right? I used to think it didn't matter where payroll sat, whether they reported to finance or they reported to HR. It didn't matter. We have the same exact function. We have to work. It's the holy trinity anyway: payroll,
Yeah.
HR, finance. We have to
Finance.
work together anyway, regardless. I've been in situations where payroll does not report to either, and it's just an ops and whatever. And then you still have to work with them. But they did a survey, and survey says that the only difference is that when payroll is in finance, the customer service lacks a bit, because it steers away from the employee experience and it's very matter of fact. Whereas when payroll sits under HR, now you lead with the employee experience. And a perfect example is, you get a payroll error, and there was once upon a time where I'm like, it's their error. They gotta wait till next week. They gotta wait till the next payroll. I don't care.
Oh, I worked for a couple places that implemented that in the culture, right? Where
Mhm.
and the funny thing is, you're right, is that at that corporation I reported to finance.
See,
And so they had to say, hey, we don't want off. We want to limit the amount of off
limit.
cycles that we
Yep.
have,
Save
or the
some
amount
money.
of special payrolls that we have,
Yep.
because it costs us X, Y, and Z. No, if they make, especially if it's their mistake,
hmm
then they can wait. Now, if it's our mistake, okay, fine. But if it's on the employee or the manager, nope. Next payroll.
We had a manager, the both of us, and I learned things from difficult situations too. I liked what this one manager said: 8 hours or $100
$100. Yeah.
could impact somebody's life in their paycheck.
Yep.
And that changed a lot of how I looked at the customer service of it. And working under great HR leaders, that really changed how I
Yeah.
approached it. She wouldn't want me. She wouldn't want me to call her out, but her first name is Lisa. She's a great HR leader, and I'm not gonna say the last name, but y'all can maybe do the research. It does, but anyway, she's a great. I just learned a ton under her, and now I still have the privilege of being under amazing HR leaders, like just still learning from them, and that really heightened my customer service awareness, like lead with customer service. We have to. It's because it's more about, and there's our HRBPs now, they're so customer centric, right? When they reach out, hey, can we fix this today, right now, for this employee? Can you do this right now for this employee? And when you have folks like that, that no matter how many thousands of employees they have, they act like that's the only employee ever existed. And that's great customer service. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I think I think we picked a really good topic to talk about. Thank you for choosing that. Walt often curates our topics and gets us going in a direction for. Was there an inspiration for you that got this done? Like, how'd you think about customer service?
No, we were talking. It's in a conversation, and something you said just triggered the thought,
Customer
like, oh,
service.
boom, we should do customer service because we
Good one.
hadn't really talked about it, and
No,
you
you're
said
right.
something, and then it just brought the idea up because that's the thing. It just came around naturally, and it's
Yeah.
something that we hadn't done really.
I think we covered it in the five pillars, but it's so long ago.
Hmm.
And I feel like, yeah, we probably need to revisit that episode and see what we can. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's a great call out, man. It's clearly because we've been talking about it for 3 hours now. So yeah, folks, I think that's it, man. Like the takeaways, put customer service first, because the other things you can work on in the background without impacting people.
Yeah, because as we know that a lot more companies are focused on the customer experience, also known as
Yep.
CX,
Yep.
the customer
Yep.
experience. So
Little
that
jargon
is
for you.
that is driving a lot of the business decisions that businesses are making. So that experience, so they want the experience to be everything for the employee or the customer.
And I was just gonna say that includes the employee, because the
Yep.
employee experience as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like you
exactly.
say, the employees are our customers.
All right.
The people that we pay are our customers. You said that so many times. Yep.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you're mindful about customer service. It's a pain. Like it's
Hmm.
so tough, but when you're good at it, you're good at it.
Hmm.
And I think it does take a little bit of a disconnect to be a good customer service, because you can't take it so personal. You can't take it so personal. You can't just, oh, this is what did you say? They call me out my name. Who, they don't know me. No, come on. Especially with money, you gotta. And I think that's how the HR leaders help me with it. They're like, Brian, put yourself in their shoes, bro. Like their check is messed up. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. And then if you do have an irate person on the phone, you don't want to, like Brian said, you don't want to take it personally, but you don't want to respond in kind either, right?
No,
You
no.
don't want to respond. Just listen. Come up,
Just listen.
you'll find out that if somebody's just like coming at you and coming at you and coming at you, let them talk in a soft tone.
Hmm.
Again, I mentioned this in another show.
Smile, maybe.
One of my
I
mom's
love. Yes, I
things
love it.
is that one of the scriptures from the Bible, it says a soft answer turns away wrath. That being soft spoken will de-escalate someone from being angry, and they're like, oh, you know what, this person's actually listening to me, they're remaining calm, they're not engaging in the back and forth.
Yep.
You know what? And then you may find, because I've been through that, and you may find that the person ends up apologizing. Hey, I'm sorry. I know I'm not mad at you. I'm just
Right.
mad at the situation. I'm not
Exactly.
like, and you're like, oh, it's okay. I'm here to help. So let me know.
Yes.
I'll keep you posted. And that is what you want to do. That's the ultimate goal, is to de-escalate and give them reassurance. Hey, I'm sorry that it happened, and I'm going to take care of you.
No, exactly right. Exactly right. What about you? What's the takeaway?
That's it, man.
That's
Like,
it. That was it. Got it. No doubt. Yeah, folks. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for joining us today. We love you. Have a good one. Peace.
peace. Before we sign off, here are a couple quick things. Don't forget to follow It's About Payroll on LinkedIn and It's About Your Paycheck on Facebook and TikTok.
Thank you for being part of our payroll community, and thank you for being a part of this journey with us. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and most importantly, keep going.